It's been a solid 10 years since we've seen this classic last release. Let's talk about the Jordan 8 Aqua. The Jordan 8 Aqua released last weekend on July 19th. Retail price for men's sizes was that whopping $215. Like I said, these came in men's sizes, I think all the way up to size 18, maybe even bigger. But we also got a full family size run from the GS, toddlers, preschool, and everything like that. The Jordan 8 Aqua officially debuted back in 1993. They were debuted by Michael Jordan during that All-Star game. Obviously, these are not Bulls-inspired colors, as we have that very nostalgic 90s patterns and colorways on this shoe. The rules are a little bit different now. The guys can kind of wear whatever color with whatever jersey they are rocking now, but this was debuted back in that All-Star game when the guys can bend the rules a little bit. This is actually only the fourth time that the Jordan 8 Aqua has actually released. Like I mentioned, back in 1993 is when the OG pair of Aquas came out. We got a retro of that for the first time in 2007. Again in 2015, which is a pair that I personally own. That is the one I was referring to. It's been a long 10 years, and now we have these that released on July 19th of 2025. Like I mentioned, I owned that pair back in 2015. If you guys have been around the channel for a while, you've seen that pair in a bunch of kicks of the day. I've kind of given that story a little bit, but I got those back in California. I think it was like 2016 or 17. I actually found those in an outlet, which was crazy seeing a classic like that. I didn't have, I was still in school and everything like that, so I didn't have a lot of bread. So for me to be able to find a shoe on discount for around, I think it was like 120 bucks or something like that, was crazy. But a classic shoe, I wanted to keep those, but I saw these were coming out, but we'll get into that in a little bit. Obviously, with different iterations and renditions of a shoe, we're gonna have a lot of differences. The OG Aqua, I mean, obviously they're trying to make things more like the OG back in 1993. But when they came out with that pair in 2007, they almost blacked out that heel counter. In 2015, they lightened it up, so it was actually lighter than the '07 pair, but it was darker than this 2025 pair. I kind of like that 2015 pair, that darker gray in between. That one looks like closer to the OG, but I guess this one, I don't know, man. It's been a lot of flack back and forth about who likes the light gray. I've seen some people dye their light gray darker to that black. I have no problem with this light gray. Another difference on these is on the 2015, we had the super glittered midsole. These do have a glitter effect, but they are not super shiny. It's more of a matte glitter effect, which I like how they did it on these. It does not pop out as much. The OGs did have the glitter effect. I don't think it was, super out there, but also those pairs are old, so the materials and everything dull out over time, and especially paint and chips and everything like that. But either way, I think Nike did a good job with this 2025 pair. You guys already know we have to do an up close personal look at this beautiful classic shoe, the Jordan 8 Aqua. You can see we have that black nubuck. It is pretty soft to the touch. It does not have that back and forth motion of the suede. It's a short hair. I would call it more of a nubuck than a suede. The gray on the heel counter is a rougher type suede. You can see it's a longer grain, longer haired suede on that. The beautiful aqua purples and aqua blue, all of those colorways, they just scream 90s to me. So when a shoe like this comes back, it just gives a lot of nostalgia. The chenille patch, the Jordan on the tongue with that red that really pops out and differentiates from the rest of the shoe. That, like I said, that 90s type of pattern and colorway on the sole of the shoe. Nike did a great job with these. I think that they did them justice. People don't like the light gray on the back heel, but I don't think I can say I have a problem with it. But this is a beautiful shoe. You guys just checked out the on foot video for the Jordan 8 Aqua. I will say, if you guys own a pair of 8s, they fit like a typical pair of 8s. They're a little bit snug on the lateral side near that pinky toe. You know, Jordan 8s aren't, they're not known for comfort. Most Jordans aren't known for comfort, but Jordan 8s do have a cardboard footbed underneath the insole. If you are a wide foot person, I would recommend a minimum half size up. Me personally, I would still go to true to size with a normal length and width foot. I would go true to size personally, but anybody with a wider foot, guarantee you will need at least a half a size up. But if you have a chance to try on a pair of 8s, somebody 8s that are on the newer side and not broken in, I would definitely recommend that. If we want to look at resale right now, they are hovering around the retail price. I think they're like maybe $5-10 above, but after fees and everything is going to drive you above that retail price. So personally, if you guys weren't able to grab a pair for retail, I would honestly sit around. I could see some pairs popping up here and there in stores. I would say definitely check your local JD Sports, your Nike stores, your Finish Lines, Foot Lockers to see if any spare pairs are straggling around before you hit that retail site. You know, they're always going to hit you with the fees and all the extra shipping costs and everything like that. But I would definitely say wait around a little bit for this. But if you do need to venture out and spend like 20-30 extra bucks on this classic, I would definitely say that is not a wrong thing to do. What can I say, man? Even with the small differences in the paint on the midsole and the lighter gray on the overlays and the heel counter of the shoe, Nike and Jordan Brand did their thing on such a classic shoe. They did them justice. A shoe that I would be keeping, but there's too much heat dropping in August and September and all the way to the end of December, man. This is a shoe that's gonna have to fall to the back burner. It kind of hurts because I did sell my 2015 pair so I can cop this 2025 pair, but Jordan Brand and Nike had other things in mind for my collection. But it's a beautiful shoe, man. I would definitely give them a 9 out of 10. I do love Jordan 8 Aquas. They are a amazing shoe. I love rocking these with sweats, jeans, cargos, anything, man. But Nike did a great job and I cannot complain about these. As always, I want to thank you guys for tuning in to another video. It seems like YouTube has been pushing my videos to the back. The algorithm has not been loving your boys' content. So if you guys can hit that like button, drop some comments, help drive this to the algorithm, get it in front of new people's eyes. All the people that are here for the first time, please hit that subscribe button. Stick around. We're here for a bunch of sneaker reviews, sneaker discussions, how to lace sneakers. We just started a new series. We have a lot to come on this channel. 2025, we're about halfway through, a little bit more than halfway through. The back half of the year is heavy in sneakers. I'm going to have a lot of reviews, a lot of heat coming in, so stick around. But until next time, got a video dropping pretty soon on a very clean pair. Until next time, thank you guys.